All aboard the par train! Well, we finished off part 1 with 4 straight pars. It was a miraculous recovery after shooting 10 strokes in the first 5 holes. We're now at hole number 1, which has an elevated tee box, and I absolutely crushed this drive to start the back 9. Only 77 yards to the flag, but was most likely playing around 80 to 85 yards due to the slope. And you can already tell I took a bit too much off on that. I'm still on the green, but landed short of the pin. Now, the best way to end this par train would be to drain this birdie putt. And man, that was so close. It just grazed the lip. Really wanted that birdie, but still super happy to get it close. I go ahead and tap it in for a par and keep the par train going to 5 in a row. Using driver again on this par 4, off balance swing, but it was a great drive that finds the middle of the fairway. Now starting off with back-to-back awesome drives. Only about 100 yards to the flag, I grab my sand wedge and shovel out another patch of grass. I chunk it way to the right, far from the green. A par is still possible from here, but now impossible, as I chip it way too far and end up on the opposite side fringe. Now for this putt, I didn't read it that well. I thought the slope would take it to the right earlier, but it settles on top about 3 feet away. It's a nervous downhill putt, but I managed to make it to only limit the damage to a bogey. No more par train. Now I think I'm feeling too confident here after those drives, and I get a bit wild on this one. I head left, hit the top of the tree, and it sails out into the abyss. I was penalty free for a while, which is what helped all those pars, but have to hit for 3 on this approach shot with my 9-iron. I hit it flush, and it goes a bit too far and too much to the right, landing past the fringe and into the rough. Now you can see the landing of the green slopes downhill. I got a bit too scared on this chip and leave it short. Was hoping to end up at least in tap-in range, but I'm left with a not so easy putt. Now my putting today is definitely keeping me in this. I almost make that for a bogey save, but just miss it and have to take the double. Now after that unfortunate double, I take another wild driver swing on hole 4, which ends up on the left side. Thankfully, it's not OB. In a tough lie on dead grass, I just want to hit the fairway with an easy 8-iron. Fortunately, the ball stops just before the fairway bunker.
Oh, is that bunker?
Now I have a chance to be on in 3, only 76 yards to the flag, but I hit it like a 50-yarder and end up short on a slope lie again. Now chipping on that aforementioned slope lie, but then I overcompensate and go a bit too far this time. Got a left to right breaker here, but I don't get the speed or the line right. I do end up close though, and I go ahead and take that easy tap in for the bogey. Hole number 5, hitting driver again, and I try to kill this ball, which then brings out the slice. Dumb move on my part. The ball sails right, and I am fortunate to be just short of the bunker again. 130 yards using my 48 degree. I aimed correctly, but caught it a little fat, plus hitting some of the branch leaves there killed some distance, leaving me short of the green. Now, I've just been chipping scared the past few holes, and this is no different. I was thinking not to be too long as it would be a downhill putt. I need to be better at picking my target and just focusing on that. Putter off the fringe got me pretty close. Now I'm putting downhill for bogey, and you can see I just gave it a slight tap, and there we go again, putting coming in clutch. So not sure what happened to the footage on hole 6, just mysteriously disappeared. It was a par 3 though, and I did par it. You just gotta believe me, I guess. Got another slicing drive there, and the old hands on hips comes back again. Well, if it isn't another penalty. I thought I could find my ball, but it was gone, taking a drop and hitting for 3. Well, yet another penalty. Dropping yet again and hitting for 5 now. I club up to a 6-iron for this 164-yard shot, and I hit a pretty nice one. It does end up being too far though. That was definitely a time for me to think out my shot, instead of just getting the distance and grabbing the club. As you can see, the flag was tucked away in the back, and I pinged it at 164, The smarter move would have been to pick my landing spot below the flag and probably hit a 155 to 160 yard shot instead of just hoping to get it there by clubbing up. But it's a lesson learned from rewatching my recordings. So hole 7 was a disaster and I take a triple. After the past few terrible drives, I decided to go with my 4 hybrid instead, though that wasn't much better as I chunked that tee shot for only about 100 yards. It's 250 yards to go and I'm laying up with my 7-iron. I don't want to go too far though because there's like this small dry creek thing that you don't want to end up in. Thought I'd be well short, but I land on the top of that hill and my ball rolls forward, ending up at that edge, just barely. I really wanted to get on the green there, but had a brain fart and leave it way short. Chipping again back up to the green, leaving me with a good chance to try and save the bogey. Have another brain fart, take the putter back and then slow down way too much. What a bad miss. Alright, last hole of the day is also the second hole-in-one chance for $15,000. Hitting a 7-iron for this 168 yard hole. Now I hit it really well, but it fades a bit too much. I do land on the green, but nowhere close to the hole. Kinda funny, I played here last year for the same corporate event, and I actually won closest to the hole. Actually got a trophy and everything, and a box of Pro V1s. But I wasn't able to pull it off this year. So with that awful 3-putt, I end the day with a bogey and without an extra $15,000. So that concludes my round at Eagle Falls Golf Course. I feel like there were a lot of positives on this round, the obvious being the unbelievable run of 5 pars in a row. But I also did go below 95, shooting a 93 that day. I should be happy with that score, but I'm always a bit disappointed when it isn't in the 80s. I have shot in the 80s at least 3 times now, so I'm always hoping for a sub 90 score. Unfortunately, I've been fluctuating between mid 90s up to the hundreds lately. Just gotta keep at it so I can be in the 80s regularly. On another note, at the time of this recording, I've just gone past 100 subscribers. That is pretty wild. I didn't set out to make these course vlogs to reach a large audience. I mainly made them for myself and for the few friends that I golf with. But somehow these videos gained a little bit of traction and here we are. So for those that are subscribed, I appreciate the support and your interest. I don't ask for subscriptions, which goes against all YouTube content logic, but I just make these videos for fun. Just like many of you, I love watching golf content and love watching course vlogs of golfers from all different skill levels. I just thought it'd be fun to share my rounds and the courses that I play. Cause maybe you're like me. Whenever I play a new course, or just one that I haven't played in a while, I like to watch other people's course vlogs of it. And it's kind of fun seeing someone play a course you've played before too. So hopefully one of my videos can be that for you. So with that said, I'm looking forward to another year of golf. I've gotten some new clubs, so hopefully can do a what's in the bag video soon with my new set. Now, will this finally be the year I get down to a single digit handicap? Probably not, but it will be a lot of fun trying though. As always, thanks for watching.